is number 7, Carter Judah. What did Judah do last time?
So in game 1, he went 1 for 2. He had a sacrifice ground out, a walk. He had an RBI. Cleanup hitter. Carter Judah has got a .420 batting average.
Yeah, Judah, like I said, when we talked with Coach Fanning, if you missed last night's show, go back and take a look. He reminds me a lot of a guy that, and that one's hit. Center field. Is McCrane going to tag? It looks like he is. No, he's not. So there's out number 2. Well, McCrane still at second. Up next is third baseman Levi Pender.
And if you are a Glenwood sports fan, that's a very familiar name. He is the starting quarterback for the Glenwood Gators. Also, small forward shooting guard for the Glenwood Gators basketball team.
He got hurt this year, and I think if he's healthy, I think that Gators team could win a state championship for sure.
Oh,
they got put up 10 points a game. It's just a playmaker. And offensively, even though they lost to Bessemer by 1, offensively, the Gators just had some tough time scoring. You add him in there, a guy that was a great scoring threat playmaker and can facilitate. You got a whole other option, and he takes strike 1.
On the mound for Morgan Academy is Cade Henderson. The starting pitcher for game 1 was Barron Frazier. He pitched pretty good, but, the offensive firepower of Glenwood was just too much, putting up 9 runs in that first game. So it's safe to say that Tyler Sykes did have quite the run support. And he really didn't need it.
Yeah.
He could have won a 1-0 pitcher's duel.
Count 1-1, 2 outs here for Pender. McCrane on second. Pitch on the way is outside corner for strike 2. On the mound for Morgan Academy is Cade Henderson, who played shortstop last game. And he's got a 1-2 count with 2 outs here. And Pender,
he's
got a pitch. High for ball 2.
8th appearance. He's 1-0 on the season with a .284 earned run average. 34 strikeouts, and he has pitched 32 innings of work for the 14-9 Senators. Oh,
and
what a hit.
One is
that's
a seed to the right fielder. And McCrane, and that's not McCrane, that's actually a pinch runner.
Yes.
Who flies around as Coach Fanning waves him in. Great piece of hitting by Levi Pender. Cameron Dawson is the one that runs in and scores. And that also makes me think that we go from one ace and Tyler Sykes to another one. We're going to go to Mason McCrane. And here comes, I call Mr. Glenwood. I don't know if he actually won Mr. Glenwood this year, but the guy literally started, was an all-star in football, was a starter and all-star in basketball, and has had his best baseball season of his career this past year. As Coach Fanning mentioned, playing center field, it's Camden White, who, by the way, just signed to play football at Huntington College.
There you go.
Congratulations to Camden on that. Shout out to his dad, Matthew.
His sister, Emerson White.
Mom, Cassie. Love the White family. And he takes strike 1.
And they're sitting to the left of us, Thrift. That is the Glenwood Athlete Student Section, where you got quarterback Dallas Crow. Saw Lamont Burton earlier. Cam's sister Emerson White's over there. Hit a big shot in the championship game for Glenwood Lady Gators.
And 2-1 the count to Camden White.
And that's always great when you see the Glenwood athletes support the baseball team. And they all support each other in the athletics. Yeah, the winner of this series will take on the winner of Bessemer Academy Macon East. Trying to get a score update because Bessemer is playing Macon East right now.
Which that will be played here next Wednesday. And strike 2 to make the count full to White.
Earlier today, Shaw takes game 1 over Troup County 5-2.
We're cheering for all the local teams, man. We already got one upset. or almost near upset with Northside. Columbus, I guess, wasn't an upset.
They
but
only
it was a great
lost
win.
3-1.
Bears ball 4.
Yeah, Northside took on one of the top teams, Ola, number 1 seed, 25-7. They only lost 3-1 in that game 3 yesterday.
And here comes number 14 for the Glenwood Gators, who is Mac Blair. And Mac Blair has had 29 games, over 38 appearances, and is batting .395 on the season. Got a home run, about 18 RBIs.
Yeah, Mac Blair is the designated hitter for this game, so Cal Lawrence is going to be the designated fielder as he's doing the catching for Mason McCrane.
2-0 the count to Blair. And right down the middle for strike 1. Tim Fanning Field. A lot of memories here. You see all the banners, 23 state championships, and they're trying to add number 24, and all of them coming in the AISA in their final year of the AISA. And they would definitely go out as the greatest baseball program in the history of the Alabama Independent School Association. No matter what schools have been in it and left over the years, Glenwood has been number 1 throughout. And that one is a right through the gap. There's a base hit. They're going to send around Pender. Pender in safely, and a slide-in double for Mac Blair. Nice piece of base hitting. Get it between shortstop and third. 2-0 Gators. Second and third.
Gators starting off fast here in this first inning.
And here comes Eli Bankson.
I tell you,
who's
he had a good game.
.437, Richard, and I know he had a great first game.
Bases clearing, actually got a 2 RBI double in game 1.
We're live on YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe and like. And Bankson takes strike 1. One on one the count. Assistant coach Phil Stilwell, longtime assistant coach here for the Gators. And of course, Coach Tim Fanning, who's trying to get state championship number 10, who has sent so many players to the next level. Richard, it's unbelievable. It's not just state championships. They have been the best program in the last 15, 20 years, Richard.
There's no question about that.
9 state championships. Calvary, over the last 5 or 6, honestly, Calvary has been up there as one of the top. Central's been excellent the last 3 or 4. But over the last 15, longevity of it, I think there's no doubt about it. That's the Glenwood Gators and Coach Tim Fanning.
Yeah, and I think that they're going to make a smooth transition to the AHSAA next season.
And he gets hit right in the shoulder. Looks like Bankston's going to be all right. That loads the bases. And coming up is number 15 for the Gators, Logan Henderson, who, last game, Richard?
He went 1 for 3 with a single, a couple of ground outs.
Logan's also batting .403. I'm willing to bet his average has gone down a little bit, Richard. Going 1 for 3, but he's still around that 400 plateau. We do have a timeout. We'll be right back after this. Back, Henderson up to bat, bases loaded, 2 outs. Gators already up 2-0, and their ace hadn't even thrown a pitch yet. They are the guest team because it's game 2. That's how they do it. The home team who hosts the series gets to be home games 1 and 3, and game 2, the road team gets to be the home team in Morgan. 1-0. And there's ball 2. The problem right now for this young man who, again, Cade Henderson, he is starting behind in majority of the counts. Richard, it's 2-1, 3-1, and you can't do that against a hitting team like the Gators, and there goes a strike.
Now, one thing about the Gators in that first game, they were aggressive. I believe 9 stolen bases from the top of the lineup with Jackson Griggs and Mason McCrane.
And he takes another strike. So 2 into the count. Bases loaded for Henderson.
Yeah, we talk about all the starters they lost on that championship team last year, but they just reload. I mean, they've got some great players, and they're poised to try to win it again.
And that one's hit straight up in the air to the second baseman, who gets under it and gets out of the jam, but not before giving up 2 runs. Gators already on the board. Coming up, we got Mason McCrane on the mound here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Today's broadcast is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika. Go to glennsmith.com for more information. Get ready to smile. Welcome back, everybody. Thrift Behringer, Rich Holdridge here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard, excellent call there in game 1. We're going to be doing this same thing again tomorrow, so people get used to us. We're going to be part of that Calvary Knights and Glenwood Gators run all the way through to the state championship game, and we're even going to get Brooks on Pacelli. Mason McCrane is on the mound right now. 5-1 on the season. He's also got a save, 1.70 ERA, and there is one slice right to the left fielder for out number 1. McCrane, who's pitched 10 games. They got a lot of pitching depth, Richard. I mean, he's pitched 10. Sykes has got 8. Pender's got 11. Hudson Campbell's got 7. Denton Denny's got 6. Noah Thomason's got 6. Jackson Griggs got 5.
Well, it's going to save their arms for the playoffs.
Now, they don't have an ace like they did last year with Jacob Page and then a really good number 2 in McCrane and Sykes. I mean, I guess Sykes would be your ace this year.
Sykes was
who's 7-0, make it 8-0 now. And that one was a nice job of hitting by number 34, Baron Frazier, who was 0 for 3 last game. He gets on with a 1-out single.
Yeah, this is the final chance for Morgan Academy to stave off elimination. Hopefully, Glenwood can close out game 2 so they don't have to play a best of tomorrow. But that will be the case in these 3-game series, which is all at Glenwood. But like you mentioned, in game 2, Glenwood is the road team, and they'll be back to being the home team if there is a game 3 tomorrow.
By the way, there's so much happening in our area, Richard. You got CSU softball and baseball. You got Calvary playing softball in a state championship. You got
Soccer.
Glenwood's playing well. You got Central still playing. All them. We got soccer state playoffs are starting, and Pacelli's girls and boys are ranked number 2 in the state. I mean, you got the River Dragons. Got a huge semifinal to go to the championship against their rival series in the Carolina Thunderbird. Get out of the house. Go support these local teams. And there's no reason. We got a lot of great sports. And then, by the way, the NFL draft starting tonight. Richard's biting his thumbs because we don't know who his 49ers are going to get.
They finally have a first-round pick.
That is 3-0 now, the count.
Also,
to Frazier.
The GIAA Track and Field Championships are at Brookstone this weekend.
Yeah, I got a message from Sydney Tote, who is in charge of communication over at Brookstone. I told her we were trying to make an effort to be over there maybe Saturday morning. And there is another strike. And that one is hit deep and not going to be caught by the center fielder White. So now you got 2 guys that are moving and grooving. Now throw to third.
Oh,
He almost got him.
That was so close.
What a throw by Logan Henderson. I almost already got him out. The problem was the guy on first, he didn't know whether to go or not, if he needed a tag because the way the ball was being hit. But good effort out there. But now that double makes it second and third with 1 out. And here up next is number 9, Harlan Jones.
Harrison Jones.
Harrison Jones. Not Harlem. Harrison. What did he do last time, Richard, last game?
So last game, he actually went 1 for 3. He broke up the no-hitter.
I don't think there was many hits.
Well, he had the 1 hit.
So there's a lot of offers
He
last
broke
game.
up the no-hitter from Tyler Sykes.
I shouldn't even ask. Everybody had over except for this guy.
A lot of 0 for 3s in the game.
Right now, Mason McCrane is not staying ahead of the count, and he's already down 1-0.
Well, I tell you, I did talk to Tyler Sykes between games, and I congratulated him on a great game. I wanted him to get that no-hitter so bad for him, and I know he wanted it too.
And did you tell him you gave him the announcer's jinx?
I did not do the announcer's jinx.
It was hard for you. You wanted to say
I had a lot of restraint. I had a lot of restraint.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Because remember, before he hit the batter, he had a perfect game. And so once he hit the batter, the no-hitter was still intact. And it was down to the final strike, too, in the 7th inning.
And another swing and a miss for strike 2. And now it's full.
You talk about the pitching staff, Thrift, and you got to talk about the playoff run last year. It's hard to replace a Jacob Page. But you had Page, Sykes, and McCrane as your 3 starters, and they didn't really need McCrane in that game 3 because they were able to beat Lee Scott in 2 games.
With Sykes and Page, I mean, talking about a 1-2
it was Sykes
punch.
and Page. They were mowing down the hitters.
And ball 4, so McCrane's already in a bit of a jam here in game 1. We got bases loaded, and here comes Caden Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor went 0 for 3 in game 1. Like you mentioned, a lot of offers. In fact, the bottom of the order only got up twice. Not a whole lot of base runners in game 1, just 2.
And that one is going to be hit foul.
I thought maybe the right fielder might have had a play on it. Hudson Campbell was just trying to.
Let's move it over here. And there is.
It popped out of the catcher's glove. That came in so fast.
But I thought that the first base had to be open. It's strike 3.
Oh,
unless he caught a foul tip. Or was that just strike 2?
I think that might have been foul tip.
So that was strike 3.
So, Thrift, we got some big baseball games tomorrow. Central starts their playoff run, taking on Prattville. Calvary Christian hosting Johnson Ferry Christian Academy.
Which we will be at. And those who are wondering, we can't do any public school games because of how the AHSAA is and the GHSA is.
Yeah, I did get some messages asking if we were going to live stream the Shaw Troop County games. But unfortunately, because of the GHSA, we're not able to.
Would have loved to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Full count. And that one is going to be hit to the shortstop, and he's not able to collect it cleanly. He's going to be safe, and everybody moves around. And Morgan gets on, puts one on the board with an error. And bases are still loaded. Jackson Griggs not able to collect that cleanly and calls a rush throw, and even with he was going to have to be a tough play anyway because of how the ball was hit. It was slow, and then they had the runner in the way. And up next is Wallace Gilmore.
Yeah, you went 0 for 2 in game 1. 2 strikeouts.
Everybody went 0 for last time.
Yeah. Well, when you're facing a pitcher like Tyler Sykes, that, you know, we'll talk about that.
And that one's fouled back.
So Glenwood got in a situation there in the bottom of the 6th inning. They would have ended it with a 10-run rule. They were up 9-0. They had runners on base. And then Tyler Sykes would have had a no-hitter without pitching a pitch in the 7th. But Morgan was able to get an out. They had an at-bat in the 7th. But, yeah, a lot of craziness in the final part of that game.
And 1-2 the count now.
Yeah, Morgan Academy getting their first run of the series.
And count is full for McCrane, who's thrown a lot of pitches here.
He has.
Richard, in this first inning.
So Morgan Academy, 14-9 overall, 6-6 in their region out of Selma, Alabama. Oh, what a pitch.
And strike 3, big-time strikeout for out number 2 now. And number 13, Taylor Sigler, comes up the bat.
Now batting number 13, Taylor Sigler.
Some of the opponents that Morgan Academy faced in the regular season, they took 2 out of 3 against Bessemer Academy. That's the team that won the region. They're actually hosting Macon East. They lost 1-3 from Clark Prep, who's also in the region. And then they lost 1 out of 3 against Monroe Academy. Took 2 out of 3 against Fort Dale Academy.
And swing and a miss to make it 1-2.
So they got 4 teams in their region in the playoffs.
1-2 the count. And that one is going to be popped straight up in the infield. Coming over to making the play is Levi Pender for out number 3. Tough inning there for McCrane, but able to get out of it, only give it up 1 run. We're going to go to break. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Be back right after this. We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, you're ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $9,750 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everybody. Gators up 2-1, and up the bat now is number 5 for the Glenwood Gators, Hudson Campbell, who takes ball 1. Hudson Campbell on the season is batting .375 with about 18 ribeyes, and has a 2-0 count on him, Richard.
Glenwood here in the second inning trying to get that run back. They really want to try to close out this game.
That one's hit straight in the air and caught for out 1.
Yeah, we can't stress enough how important getting this game is. It gives your pitchers an extra day rest. They can focus. They'll play the semifinal next week. So the pairings, Glenwood taking on Morgan. They'll face the winner of Bessemer Macon East. On the other side of the bracket, we got Clark Prep, the overall #1 seed on the other side of the bracket, taking on Springwood. Lee Scott taking on Monroe.
So here's McCrane, who led off with a single there in that first inning, was the first run that scored for the Gators. Has the count 2-0 on him.
So, Thrift, I had the privilege of calling one of Mason McCrane's 7 home runs this season. Coach Dusty Perdue was up in the booth with me, and we called a moonshot into right field, and I was glad that Coach Perdue was on the call with me for that. Border Wars.
You were here for that, weren't you, Richard?
Yes, I was.
5 games or 6 you did?
That was, let's see, Pacelli, Glenwood twice.
And 3 won the count.
Brookstone, I think it's 5 games. Pacelli played Lakeside
out on the
School.
mic.
What's that?
He said you passed out on the mic. You were so exhausted for calling that many games. And that one's hit high, deep, And see ya!
There you go.
Off the tree, McCrane hits a moonshot we were just talking about. Round the bases, number 12, and he helps himself out with that one.
You know, he just got so much power and the velocity when the ball hits the bat. I thought that was going to be a high pop-up.
The lefty.
That kept sailing and sailing.
And hit it off the tree. And honestly, it probably would have went another 30 feet as there's the celebration.
A celebration of all celebrations.
The Gators up 3-1. Now Griggs, who's up. Griggs.
Gators number 1, Jackson Griggs.
And that one's hit high, but is going to be a routine play, looks like, for the second baseman for out number 2.
Well, Glenwood does get that run back, and now they are up by 2.
Now batting number 7, Quarter Judah.
Here's Kata Judah, the running back sophomore who just had a breakout season this year and is playing just as good on this field as he takes ball 1.
Yeah, how exciting is that going to be, Carter Judah in the backfield for the Glenwood Gators football team this season as they open up against Valley.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Boy, that schedule in the AHSAA.
Can you not wait for that or what, Richard?
I cannot wait for that. Beulah is probably going to be their region rival. Lee Scott. You got Randolph County up in Wadowee.
Speaking of Valley, their basketball coach just retired.
I did see that.
Stepping down. Pretty great run these last 2 years.
He
One loss and
went to the
80
Final
games?
Four, won a state championship. Had a great run for Coach Marshawn Harper.
And 3-1 now to Judah.
Some other games, Hardaway is taking on Stars Mill. We'll try to get a score update on that.
Swing and a miss for Judah. Count is full now. Glenwood, 31-7. They have just been killing it lately. They started 0-4, and that one's going to be a chopper to the shortstop. Throw is in time. Stretch is good. Out number 3. Started 0-4. Since then, they are 31-3. And one of those losses is to Lee Scott. Another one is to Calvary. And I don't know who that last one is. We'll have to figure it out. Either way, they've been on a tear. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Georgia Alabama Sports Live coverage. The Glenwood Gators 2024 baseball playoff run is live right now.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Today's broadcast is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika. Go to glennsmith.com for more information. Get ready to smile. Welcome back, everybody. Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge, the Gators of Glenwood. As they lead 3-1 here, Bottom of the second, they lead the series 1-0. They win this one, they move on to the semifinals. They'll take on winner of Bessemer and Macon East. Goes fire on the outside to make it 2-0 now. Up the bat for Morgan is number 12, Milton Hand. And has a 3-0 count on him. And that's going to be a leadoff walk. And up next is the leadoff, excuse me, Trevor Wright is up now. And again, McCrane is throwing 6 straight balls, Richard. A little bit, his command is not on point right now compared to what Sykes just delivered, but that's bound to happen.
Yeah, he's got to throw a strike here.
Trying to do a pickoff move, the left-hander. And there's the strike you just said, Richard.
Yeah, way to battle back, get it to a 2-2 count. Try to see if White can put the ball in play, and Glenwood is at the double play depth.
And completely whiffs on the bunt to make it 2-2.
So we'll be at Calvary tomorrow for the first round of the GAPS playoffs against Johnson Ferry Christian Academy. Quarterfinal action. Oh, that's a strike. Strike out.
Strike 3.
He was trying to bunt. And
just another whiff, so there's out number 1. Here comes the leadoff hitter, Parnell, who had a fly out to left field.
I love his name. It's Speedy Parnell. If that's a nickname, that's the perfect nickname for a leadoff hitter. Got the lefty-lefty matchup.
And he puts the bunt down. There goes Speedy. He's flying, but a great play by the third baseman. Unbelievable job by him. Judah coming flying in. Great throw, and out number 2. He did move the runner over.
I loved how Carter Judah just charged that bunt and took authority with it and threw it to Levi Pender for the out. It does move the runner, you're right, Thrift, but there's 2 outs. I mean, you got to take those outs. Just they're giving up outs like that. You just got to take advantage.
And strike 1. Baron Frazier's up, and Baron Frazier is the one that got it started last inning with a single.
He was also the starting pitcher for Morgan Academy in Game 1.
And has the count 1-1.
So the goals at hand, Thrift, to get back to Patterson Park May the 8th and 9th for the state championships. And I know that Glenwood, that's on everybody's mind to get back there. But first things first, you got to take care of business against Morgan Academy. They're close. They're here in Game 2.
One and 1 the count, 2 outs here.
Busy action in high school baseball. Hardaway on the road taking on Stars Mill. We'll try to get a score update on that. Shaw defeated Troup County in Game 1, 5-2.
And 2-1 now.
LaGrange is taking on Bainbridge.
Almost hit him. 3-1. And there's a strike. He thought it was a ball. He started throwing his bat. 3-2 now. Ball 4. Another walk from McCrane. Up now is Henderson, who had a double last time he was up.
Bench runner number 10. Now batting number 2, Henderson.
That one's low. Well, McCrane's had to throw a lot of pitches here in these first 2 innings. Still up 3-1. 2-0 now.
Pinch running for the Senators is Aiden Fonsetto.
And there's a strike inside corner.
That was a nice pitch, good location by Mason McCrane. To the batter, Cade Henderson.
Foul back, full count. And they said he didn't swing. Either way, it's a wild pitch, and now bases are loaded with 2 outs.
Now batting number 9, Harrison.
Base is loaded. Now Harrison Jones is up. Jones walked last time to load the bases. And that's where they are now with 2 outs. Strike one.
Yeah, but Crane's just got to get ahead of the count on this hitter. Make him put the ball in play, especially with a force at any bag. They want to try to get out of this inning, not give it up any more runs.
And another strike. Now he's ahead 0-2.
Well, now he's got some pitches he can work with.
And strike three. Another jam Crane gets out of. Gators lead 3-1 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. Lamont Burton
In the building, yes. Dallas Crow. We got all the Glenwood athletes from the other sports cheering on the baseball team.
Pender's up to bat now. Last time, Levi Pender. He's the only one Richard doesn't have for this one. He got out. No, actually, he didn't get out because he scored a run.
He did score a run, so that was he reached on an error. So he is 0 for 1, but he did reach on an error. Because I'm looking at the scoreboard, they got 2 errors for the. It's confusing because the home team is Morgan Academy, but they're under Glenwood on the scoreboard. By the way, NFL draft, Chicago Bears are on the clock.
And that one's fouled back to make it 2-2.
Like you mentioned, Thrift, busy week in sports in and around the Chattahoochee Valley. Columbus River Dragons taking on Carolina Friday. The Columbus Lions are on the road this week as well.
And
taking on.
It makes it count full.
I want to say they're taking on the Harrisburg Stampede.
Yeah, they are. It is
they already
a
played
rematch on Saturday of last week's 75-19 game.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun season for the Lions.
There, it's strike 3. Caught him looking, and Camden White's up to bat now.
Nice pitch by Henderson.
Camden White.
Well, Camden White. He had a double last game. He was 1 for 3 with a walk. Had some good puts out in center field, and he's really been an all-around athlete for a 3-sport athlete here at Glenwood on the football team, basketball team, and now playing for Coach Fanning on the baseball team.
Almost gets hit there to make it 2-0.
Braves have the night off. They are going to be taking on the Cleveland Guardians for a 3-game series at Truett's Park this weekend. And actually, it's the battle between the two best teams, the team with the best record in the American League, team with the best record in the National League.
3-0 count to White, strike one.
And Thrift, it looks like the Chicago Bears just selected Caleb Williams with the first pick.
And Richard's crying because he wanted him to take over for the quarterback, Brock Purdy.
No, he's a franchise quarterback. Pay him a rookie contract. You can start getting some pieces. Got to give Brandon Ayuk that money.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 outs.
Good pitch by Henderson. Back-to-back strikeouts.
And that one was an off-speed pitch that had White guessing. Matt Blair's up. He hit the single that scored the runs back in the first. Comes up with Doe on, 2 outs here.
That was a good pitch by Henderson.
Henderson's been dealing here this last inning.
Well, you look at the stats. I mean, he's not their #1 starter. He's got about a 2.74 ERA. Their #1 starter is Frazier.
And he has 2 strikes right now on Blair.
So to have your #2 starter pitch the way he has been pitching, this has been impressive. Oh, so close.
Full count now. Excuse me, 2-2 now. And swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts for Henderson.
Very impressive.
We go to the bottom of the third. Gators still lead 3-1 here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
Glenwood, Marvin Tellier, the batter. Judah throws to Pender for the first out here in the bottom of the third inning. As the next batter is Cade Henderson, who is 1 for 1. He's got a double, and he walked his last time up. That first pitch is outside for a ball. Glenwood leads Morgan Academy 3-1 here in Game 2. There will be a best-of-3 tomorrow if necessary, but Glenwood is trying to avoid that. Morgan Academy is trying to stave off elimination.
One out now. McCrane. I think he'll take a two pitch at bat any time of the week before those last couple wins when he's going 6, 7, 8 pitches deep.
Oh, no question. And I like Henderson's old school look, no batting gloves. That is awesome.
3-0. And there's ball 4.
Yeah, there's a 4-pitch walk to Teller.
And here comes
Henderson.
And
Number 13, Taylor Ziegler.
And Ziegler's up now. Ziegler watches strike one go right by him.
Ziegler on the year has got 6 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles. He has not seen a whole lot of playing time in 16 games as Morgan Academy.
And he hits that one right up the middle.
That was a nice hit.
And runners on first and second, 1 out.
Yeah, he saw the ball good. I mean, he just took a hit, took a pitch, and just hit it right up the middle.
Milton Hand's up to bat now. 3 hits for Morgan already, and they're up 3-1.
Hand walked his first time up. Hand on the year batting .279 with a double and 7 runs batted in. Scored 14 runs.
And he whiffed on that one, guessing.
So Morgan Academy finishes in 4th place in their region. Clark Prep was the #1 team on the other side of the region. Bessemer finished in 2nd place, and then Monroe finished in 3rd. And that hit him.
And now that means bases are loaded again. This is the 3rd straight inning. Bases have been loaded at some point in the inning. And next, here comes a guy that struck out trying to bunt last time, Trevor White.
Trevor White on the year is batting .158 with a double and 6 RBIs. He's got a golden opportunity here with 1 out to try to get some more runs across to try to tie this game or even take the lead here in the 3rd. That was a very close pitch.
Yeah, 2-0 now. And there's strike 1.
Yeah, it's one of those pitches where Mason McCrane had to throw a strike. Gets it right down the middle, and Trevor White's not going to swing it anything close. He wants to try to work this count. And he swung at a pitch that he really wanted, and now he's going to have to protect with 2 strikes. 2-2 count with 1 out. Glenwood playing a double play depth, but they will have a play at home if it's a hard enough ground ball. Got to keep it a 2-run game.
And there is strike 2.
That was some heat from McCrane. Mowing down
that was
the hitter.
strike 3, excuse me. And now here comes Speedy, but 2 outs.
Yeah, Speedy Parnell, he is 0 for 2 in this game. Yet to get a hit in the series. He tried to be out a bunt last time, but it was right to the 3rd baseman, Carter Judah.
And swings and misses that one, and he's taken off. And not able to get it, doesn't even know where it's at, and he better find it, and there's 1 run. catcher lost it there, Denny. So runners move, second and third, 2 outs, and now it's 3-2. And that one's going to be hit to center field, right at White. McCrane gets out of it again, only gives up 1. It's 3-2 Gators. We head to the top of the 4th. Gators need some more runs, some insurance here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, you're ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everybody. Up to bat now is number 3, which, if I'm correct, is Eli Bankston. And Eli Bankston, last time he was up, was hit by a pitch and fouls that one out of play.
Yeah, he was a little bit early on that one, and that's over in the bullpen, out of play. Thrift, it looks like the Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels, the Heisman Trophy winner, with the 2nd overall pick.
By the way, shout out to the Glenwood girls soccer team. They won a state championship this past week.
Congratulations.
So add that to the many championships that this school has won over the last few years.
Just adding to the trophy case, leaving the AISA.
So congratulations to those young ladies. And there's strike 1.
I got to tell you, Thrift, I've been impressed with this pitcher, Cade Henderson. Coming in, and he's really had some good presence on the mound.
Two and two the count. And swing and a miss. Hey, since that first inning and really giving up the home run to McCrane in the top of the 2nd, he is 4 straight strikeouts now.
Yeah, he struck out the side last inning.
Logan Henderson's now up. The right
0 for
fielder.
1. Popped out to the second baseman his first time up.
Tries to put down a bunt, and it goes foul. That one's high. And 1-1 the count. That one's going to be sliced right over the head of the shortstop, Speedy. And a nice piece of hitting there from Henderson, and Campbell comes up.
Now batting number 5, Hudson Campbell.
0 for 1 as he popped out to the second baseman his first time up.
And that one is hit high, deep, and off the wall. Running around the bases, waving them home. Here comes Henderson, sliding in for a triple. Is Campbell. And there's the one they needed. And McCrane trying to keep it alive. It's 4-2 Gators.
He got that run back with 1 out and McCrane up. He's got a chance to get another run with a deep sac fly. Or the last time he was up, he hit a home run. His 8th on the season.
And that one's high.
Good pitch by Henderson. That pitch just missed.
2-1 the count to McCrane, who's 2 for 2 with a single and a home run last time he was up.
So last game between Mason McCrane and Jackson Griggs, they had at least 8 stolen bases between them. I believe that McCrane had at least 3 or 4, but Jackson Griggs had about 3 or 4. It was incredible just to see them being aggressive on the base paths. Yeah, McCrane in a hitter's count, he really wanted that one. Just got a little underneath it.
And now he's got the count full with a runner on third, and the pitcher has a 4-2 lead here in the 4th. And that one is going to be in through past the second baseman, up the middle, and another RBI for McCrane, and it's 5-2 Gators. Here comes the pinch runner.
Pinch running for the Gators, number 21, Cam Dawson.
Kim Dawson.
Number 1, Jackson Griggs.
And now up Jackson Griggs.
Griggs looking for his first hit of the game, 0 for 2. Like I mentioned in that first game, reached base all 4 times. He was 2 for 3, reached on an error, a walk, and had like 4 stolen bases.
And has strike 1 on Griggs.
And Griggs is a returning starter from the championship team from last season. Yeah, we were there for that thrift. Patterson Park in Montgomery. Glenwood hoping to get back there again. Winner of this series will take on the winner of Bessemer and Macon East, which are playing right now as we speak.
And take it off, and flying down to second is the pinch runner.
What speed.
Now he's in scoring position, 2-1 count, 1 out, the Griggs. And that one's high. And there is a 1-out walk to make it 1-2.
Now batting number 7, Carter Judah.
And wild pitch, runners go to second and third.
Remember, there's still 1 out. Carter Judah, the batter, he is 1 for 2, singled in the first. He's got an RBI. Now he's got an opportunity with runners in scoring position.
And there's a base hit right up the middle for Carter Judah. 1 run's in, coming around. Here comes Griggs, and 2 runs are in. Nice base hit. Timely hitting. That has been the key to these Gators all season long. Judah comes up big there. It's 7-2 Gators. Now they're teeing off, Richard.
Oh, they are.
And there's a timeout, and I think that's going to be the end of the game for this young man who, again,
he pitched
I thought
well.
he did well.
Yeah.
For someone that wasn't utilized much this year.
When you're seeing a pitcher second time in the lineup, I mean, you start knowing what his pitches are going to be, and right now, Glenwood is teeing off. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a close pitcher's duel, but Glenwood now with a 5-run lead.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. Levi Pender up the bat. Runner on first is Judah. He just hit a 1-out single that brought 2 runs in. 7-2. Richie Rich Holdridge, Thrift Behringer, Chris Gates, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be there tomorrow, 4:30. Calvary's got a quarterfinal game, and that one's hit hard to the second baseman. He's going to try to make a double play. And not in time, bad throw that goes into the net. And that means Pender's going to be able to get to first, but there's 2 outs now.
So for the first time since 2021, we've had 3 quarterbacks taken in the NFL draft. The Patriots select Drake May, and the Cardinals get Marvin Harrison
Didn't
Jr.
you predict that yesterday on your mock draft?
Yes, I did.
Somebody knows what they're talking about. And the we don't care, but who cares, but you care.
Some people care.
Mock draft. Richard Holdridge gave his top 5, and 4 of the 5 were right. So who was your 5th one? Who did the Giants take?
I said that the Chargers would get Malik Neighbors.
Well, they're on the clock now. We'll see if you're right. 2 outs. And Camden White takes strike 1. White last time, Richard.
0 for 2. Struck out his last time up.
And swing and a miss for strike 2. He wanted all of that one. Did a little twirl there at the end of it.
Oh, he definitely wanted that.
And strike 3. But the Gators put 4 on the board. They head at the bottom of the 4th. They lead 7-2 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Today's broadcast is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika. Go to glennsmith.com for more information. Get ready to smile. Welcome back, everyone. Levi Pender is on the mound now. And on the season, Levi Pender is 2-2. He's thrown 22 innings. He's appeared in 11 games. He's a bullpen type of guy. And he has a 3.45 ERA.
Well, one thing about this Glenwood team, they do definitely have arms. They got riches of pitching. A lot of players have pitched innings this year for Coach Fanning. So they could throw a bullpen session, try to get the win, get some rest for the next games. Winner of this series will take on the winner of Bessemer Academy and Macon East, which, you know, Bessemer Academy is the overall, they're the number 2 seed on the other side of the bracket. Macon East is in the same region with Glenwood. But we know how tough that region is with Springwood, Lee Scott.
Number 34.
7-2. Pender coming in after 3 innings of work from McCrane, who's back now at first. And Pender going to work these last 4 innings and try to get out of here with a 2-0 series win.
Glenwood won the first game 9-0 thanks to a complete game, 13 strikeout, 1 hit, shutout by Tyler Sykes.
And there's strike 1.
Yeah, Mason McCrane is moved over to first base. Definitely don't want to take his bat out of the lineup. So he's going to play the position.
And there's the ball.
After pitching 3 innings and only giving up 2 runs. But Coach Fanning going to his bullpen to try to close out this game.
Two 2-1 the count. And that one's hit foul to make it 2-2. And there's time. And off-speed pitch to tie for him outside to make it full count.
Morgan Academy trying to get back those 4 runs they gave up in the last inning. Down by 5.
And ball 4.
That's a good way to start things off for the Senators from Morgan Academy. Barron Frazier with a leadoff walk. He's been on base all 3 times here in game 2. Morgan Academy out of Selma, Alabama. Shocker. Actually, no, that Joe Alt gets taken by the Los Angeles Chargers.
Richard gets 4 or 5. Jim Harbaugh said he wasn't going to let you be great.
Okay.
And strike 1. Jim Harbaugh doesn't appreciate you or any other 49ers fan that allowed your GM to fire him for Jim Tom Sula.
Trent Baalke might be the worst GM in NFL history.
And he's still with the Jaguars right now. And there's strike 2. Pender painting the corners. 0-2 now. We'll break down the NFL draft on Sunday's show, and we'll also have Adam Thomas from Pacelli and Greg Mathis from Brookstone. So we got a pretty big show on Sunday, Richard, and hopefully we're talking River Dragons, we're talking Calvary and Glenwood moving on, or any other teams, maybe Shaw around this area. As
Columbus is taking on Mary Persons
we already know they won, so we'll definitely talk about them. But hopefully Shaw moved forward. Pacelli and Brookstone are going to host next week. Get down the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show Sunday night. 1-2 pitch. Thought he got him with the outside. Make it 2-2 though. Ball.
Yeah, these pitches are very close. Levi Pender, he's got good command of his fastball. He's got a 2-2 count to Henderson. And Henderson has been on base all 3 times. He's doubled and walked twice.
And walks him.
Make it 4 times.
So went up 0-2, and now back-to-back walks from Pender.
Now batting number 9, Jones.
Harrison Jones comes in. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout.
Strike 1. He's gotten ahead in the
pitch.
count. These last 2 batters. Can he finish this one off, though?
He painted the corner. That was a good pitch.
Swing and a miss. Foul tip for strike 2.
The Giants are on the clock. Do they get J.J. McCarthy?
And there's strike 3, so Pender gets 1 out. Up to bat now is Tellier.
Now batting number 17, Taylor.
He does have an RBI as he had that ground ball that was a tailor-made out to the shortstop. That was the first run of the game
And
for
then
Morgan.
he just gets strike 1 right there. Probably going to be your starting quarterback for the Gators next year unless something else happened. He was a backup last year.
Did very well in that championship game.
Especially the circumstances he had to step into.
Yeah.
And that one is hit. Pender going to throw to second. Over to first. Not in time. Gets 1 out.
That
Felt
was
like
a
you
good
get the
decision.
double play. It was because the guy was almost at third by the time. It would have been a bang-bang play. Gets 1 out. 2 outs now.
So Wallace Gilmore, the batter, looking for his first hit of the game. Gilmore in the first game went 0 for 2. And the Giants just selected Malik Neighbors, the wide receiver from LSU. Another LSU wide receiver picked by the Giants. Remember
And inside.
Remember they picked Odell Beckham Jr. back in the day. Felt like 10 years ago.
Pender trying to keep the runners at bay. The lights are bright here.
Oh, very close.
Almost 9 o'clock, so this one's going to go till maybe close to 10. And strike one to make it 1-1.
Game 2, bottom of the 5th inning. Troup County leads Shaw 5-2.
And the runner goes. He's going to throw down to second. Almost makes a bad throw. Throws it back home. Can he get him? He did!
Yeah!
Nice job by the catcher. Good throw from the second baseman from Glenwood. Henderson with a great throw. Denny with the tag. We go to the top of the 5th, 7-2.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $9,750 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. Kyle Lawrence, Mr. Kyle Lawrence. He's the one that made the tag. Shout out to Denton Denny, but he's not the one playing catcher. It's Kyle Lawrence.
By the way, a good slot receiver for the Glenwood Gators football team. It seemed like he was Dallas Crow's security blanket when they needed to pick up a big third down.
Him or Camden White. Mac Blair's up the bat now. High ball one for Blair.
Blair is 1 for 2 with a single. Struck out his last time up. He does have an RBI.
And the dirt to make it 2-0. Three and 0 they count.
Halftime, the Knicks lead the 76ers 58-55.
Rio pitch. How about a leadoff walk?
There you go.
For Mac Blair.
Been on base twice.
And up now is Eli Bateson.
Hit by pitch and struck out. Probably the surprise of the night, the Orlando Magic leading the Cavaliers 102-66. Yeah, that is not a misprint.
And Bankson tries to get the bunt down, but not able to keep it fair.
He had the right idea. It was a good bunt. See if he tries to lay it down again.
Thank you to our sponsors, Behringer Construction, for all your home remodeling needs or just any type of remodeling that you may want, or add-ons, or everybody's liking home projects or whatever it may be. Your business needs to be facelifted. Behringer Construction, 706-249-1099. Give Glenn Behringer a call. Columbus State University, one of the best universities around. I don't say that lightly just because I'm an alumni, and getting down there safely is Mac Blair. But Columbus State University, thank you to Jay Sparks. Their baseball program has a chance to, as every year under Coach Greg Appleton, to win the Sun Belt. Is their season done yet?
Well, they have the regular season about to wrap up. The Peach Belt Conference play starts next week, I believe. The softball Peach Belt Conference is starting this week.
Yes. And look at the bunt put down by Bankston. Not able to get over. And there's one out. The runner doesn't move either. Thank you to DJ Jones and Sports Vision for what they do with us. Thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC. We're going to have a live show coming up May the 15th on a Wednesday. We're going to be in the showroom again. I can't wait for that. Thank you to Double Coverage. Shout out to DC and Jerome Bryant for what they do around the community. By the way, Sally Little League, I want to wait till after this. How about that bunt?
What a
Beautiful bunt. And that's going to be a bunt for a single by Logan Henderson, the second baseman. And then a bad throw means he's going to get the second.
Now that's going to be Logan Henderson's second hit of the day.
Number 5.
And Campbell, last time he came up, hit a triple that scored Henderson last inning that got everything rolling when they scored the 4 runs. Second and third, 1 out for Campbell. Get off, getting a great jump, sliding in and scoring. There's Blair, and it's 8-2 now. Sally Little League, who is a Little League over in Columbus, has the Braves organization that coming down and donating equipment. They're having a huge event for them next Friday. So I thought that was pretty cool, the Braves organization coming down. We had someone representing the Braves on the Sports Vision radio show today, and pitch is behind, almost hits him, and make it 2-0. So if you want to see that interview, we also had Mike G of the War Report. If you like all things Auburn, we had him on. If you like all things Georgia, we had Jordan D. Hill of Dogs 247. And then we had all things Alabama, Stephen M. Smith. I mean, that's a heck of a lineup, Richard.
Oh, heck of a lineup.
2-0 pitch in the dirt to make 3-0.
And also Jordan B. Hill, also former writer for the Ledger-Inquirer.
And Opelika Auburn News.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty cool. And guess who's emceeing that event? Of course, a former alum, and 3-0 pitch is in for strike one. Former alum, drafted in the amateur draft, 17th round by the Pittsburgh Pirates, DJ Jones. He will be the MC for that. It's next Friday. We will try to be there, but it's going to be hard, Richard, with all the playoff baseball we have going. But we support them, and there's ball 4. So bases are loaded for the hottest hitter on this team right now, which is McCrane, who is 2 for 2 in this one with a single and a long home run to center field. I wonder if we're about to get a pitching change.
Possibly.
And that is it.
Yep.
And while the Toy Story theme music gets played, Richard, you always got a friend in me, baby.
Absolutely.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back. Here, Aiden Fonsetto is going to be the pitcher for Morgan Academy as he's coming in on relief. Mason McCrane, the batter. He is 3 for 3. He's got a home run, a couple of RBIs. 8-2 is your score. Glenwood on top over Morgan Academy. Fonsetto in relief for Henderson, who pitched pretty well. It just that inning just got out of hand in the fourth. That's going to be low, ball 1. Fonsetto from the stretch. It's going to be low, ball 2. It's 2-0 count. Still 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. And that's in there for a strike, 2-1. Runner at first and third. McCrane takes the ball outside, 3-1. Game 2, the AISA quarterfinal. Glenwood won the first game, 9-0. 3-1, high fly ball, deep, way back. Oh, what a catch by the center fielder who tracked that down, Jones. That is a sac fly for Mason McCrane. And that's the second out, but that gives him his 3rd RBI of the game. It's now 9-2 Glenwood. Jackson Griggs to the bat. Runner goes. There's a throw in time, safe. And Campbell's got himself a stolen base. Ground ball right to the shortstop. Go to first. The stretch in time, but not before. Glenwood tacks 2 runs here in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Glenwood 9, Morgan Academy 2. As we'll be right back. It's playoff baseball right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
I wanted to, because it was so funny, because the first time he said, hey, that's the black power, and he just hands it to me. It's just like, oh, because I was going to take like the blue one, and he just like holds on to that one first.
If you said that to me, he'd start crying.
The second time, he's like, I'm gonna get a soda. He's like, he went and got me a soda, and it was so hilarious. The one that he got me, of all the soda, he got me grape and coke. I didn't know they even had that. That's why I was just like, okay, man. That's
Welcome back, everyone, and that almost jammed him. Gators lead this one 9-2. They scored 2 more there in the top of the 5th. Levi Pender is on the mound. Up to bat for Morgan is number 8, Wallace Gilmore. And Gilmore is 0 for 2 on the day and has a 1-1 count. Tomorrow, 4:30. Calvary versus, I think he said Johnson Ferry. I'm sorry. Some of these schools, they have the craziest names. But doubleheader for that. It's GAPS quarterfinals. And the Atlanta Falcons drafted Michael Penix Jr. So I guess they thought he's the future with Kirk Cousins being the present. I feel like there's other things that the Falcons probably could have used, maybe a pass rush, but that's what happened. Next week, Gators, if they win this, will play the winner of Macon East versus Bessemer on Wednesday right here at Tim Fanning Field, Bill Bowers Park on the campus of Glenwood, and there is another leadoff walk.
Now batting number 13, Taylor Ziegler.
And Taylor Ziegler is up to bat, who is 1 for 2 on the day, on the night. And there's ball 1. And there is strike 2. Well, he's back now, and I got to say it, he just jinxed the Falcons into drafting Michael Penix Jr. So if Falcons fans you're mad, blame Richard Holdridge. And when we go live on Sunday for our show, please comment all your mad comments to Richard Holdridge. 1-2 the count.
So what, they didn't take Dallas Turner?
And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 out now. Up to bat for Morgan
Number 12,
is number 12, Milton Hand, the right fielder, who is 0 for 0, has not had an at-bat because he was hit by the pitch and walked his 2 times up, and takes strike 1. And that one's in the dirt. And then now it's 1-1. And strike 2.
It's a nice changeup.
By the way, we dropped our final high school baseball ratings for all the teams in this area. Glenwood finished the regular season at number 2. Central number 1. Swing and a miss, strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts. And he's take off and running. Bad throw. Means a run's going to come in unless Judah can get it to the catcher in time. Not able to. Bad defense there from the Gators. The catcher was throwing it to McCrane, I guess, to throw the ball around the infield for the strikeout, which they usually do, but there was already a runner on base, so
Now batting number 10.
that runner scores. It's 9-3 now. Up to bat is
Fonsetto. He actually is coming in to pinch hit. He was the relief pitcher.
And pinch runner. And he
Aiden
hits that one
Fonsetto.
right to the Henderson. Henderson collects, throws, tag. Even though he was off the bag, got to place a tag. McCrane does that. We go to the top of the 6th. Gators up 9-3 here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia-Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Now batting Carter Judah.
Now up the bat is Carter Judah.
He is 2 for 3 with 2 singles, 3 RBIs. Got a good game for him.
That one's hit out of play.
So I mentioned in the first game, Thrift, that this was also the home of the Phoenix City Crawdads from 2014 to 2017. You remember them from the Sun Belt Baseball League?
Yeah, I was the play-by-play announcer, Richard. Oh, 1-1 now.
Yeah, I do remember that. Well, because you told me that. They lost to the Atlanta Crackers in the SBL Championship 2 years, in 14 and 15.
Two and 1 the count to Carter Judah. Make it 3-1 now.
By the way, the Sun Belt Baseball League, the Chattahoochee Monsters got relocated back to Chocolaca. Nice walk there for Carter Judah. And they've added a team in the SBL to replace the Columbus Chattahoots, the Cartersville Cannons.
Now batting for the Gators, number 2, Levi.
But I really was hoping that maybe the SBL would give LaGrange a possible franchise. I mean, that would be a good market to have a baseball franchise in the SBL.
Levi Pender's up to bat now. A leadoff walk for Carter Judah.
Remember, after 5 innings, the 10-run rule is in effect.
And Pender gets hit there. Runners on first and second, no outs for Camden White. And we're going to have another pinch runner.
Yeah,
Pitch runner number 21.
Yeah, the courtesy pinch runner for Levi Pinder because he is pitching.
Cam Dawson.
Cam Dawson, the speedster. We've seen him on the base paths. He has got some wheels. I'm kind of curious to see how many stolen bases he has on the year. He's got 7.
And foul ball for Camden White.
He's showing bunt again.
And there's a nice bunt from Camden White. How about that?
Yeah, look at the
Excellent
speed.
bunt from Camden White. You already know he can flat on the base path. And here comes Mac Blair with bases loaded and no outs.
He's been on base twice, 1 for 2, a single with an RBI. He walked his last time up. Golden opportunity here for Glenwood to continue getting some more runs, already up 9-3.
And takes a high ball. And there is strike 3. Blair caught looking for out number 1. For Eli Bankson now up.
Now batting number 3, Eli Bankston.
So congratulations to the Brookstone Cougars for winning their region. They're going to be the number 2 seed in the GIAA playoffs next week. Pacelli finishes 3rd after sweeping Strong Rock Christian last night. And you really got to give credit to Northside on a fantastic season. They lost the 3rd and final game to Ola just 3-1. Just the fact that they forced a game 3. They were the number 4 seed taking on the number 1 seed Ola. A great season for Northside.
Eli Bankston's already got the count 0-2. And ball there. Base is still loaded.
Fancetto coming in relief for the Senators.
And takes another ball.
And they got some work to do.
And that one is hit right at the third baseman. That's fair. Out number 1 at the play at home for 2 outs now. And now the second baseman,
Number 15.
Logan Henderson, is now up.
Logan Henderson is 2 for 3 in the game. He's got 2 singles. Been really impressed with the bottom of this lineup with Campbell on deck.
And takes strike 1.
They really have set the table for the top of the lineup with McCray, Griggs, Judah. Seems like everybody has been contributing in this game.
And take strike two. My man is just staying ahead in the count with the strikes. 0-2 now to Henderson.
And Thrift, when you take game one, it's very important to get game two because you don't want to get it into an elimination game. That's a next extra day of playing baseball.
And there's a base hit right up the middle.
Nice.
There's one run. Coming in easily is White to make it 2 runs. And Logan Henderson keeps his effective day going. 11-3 Gators. And now here comes one of the hottest bats on the team, which is Mr. Campbell.
Hudson Campbell.
Yeah, Hudson Campbell, he is 1 for 2, had a triple, and a run scored.
And that one's hit off the mound right underneath the glove of the shortstop. Another run comes in. 12-3 Gators. Great hit from Campbell. And here comes McCrane. If he can get a big hit here, this could be the final inning if they go 1-2-3. They need one more run to run rule them.
Yeah, especially in the top of the 6th inning, this would be a good opportunity to tack on some more runs, and it would force Morgan to try to get some runs across the board in the final inning. That was a good play by the second baseman, Parnell. But they strand some runners, but not before Glenwood tacks on 3 more on the board.
We're going to go to the bottom of the 6 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. Speedy Parnell is up.
He's looking for his first base hit.
And Morgan's uniforms, and definitely the M, reminds me of the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, they literally have the same colors. I mean,
well, this is the old school uniforms from my alma mater, Freed Harmon, the maroon and gold. And they, of course, they've changed their colors since then.
oh, right off the face mask of the referee. We hope he's okay. The umpire, excuse me.
John T. Morgan Academy, school in Selma, founded in 1965. Some notable alumni, Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, well, Coach Fanning was talking about him. He's in Major League Baseball right now.
Yeah, playing for the Baltimore Orioles. AL Rookie of the Year, Silver Slugger.
Time. I need administrator.
Hold up.
Administrator. You got to go, big man. Yeah, you. You laughed at me. I said, I like it. You got to go. You got to go. Tim, you got to go.
Oh, we got a fan ejected right now. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Go back, everyone. We had an unruly fan that was ejected from the game. So counts 2-2.
So Thrift, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Cade Henderson is the younger brother of Major Leaguer Gunnar Henderson. But correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody watching? Because I know that he did have a younger sibling that was playing on the team.
And there's strike three. Good pitch from Levi Pender. And there's strike one.
Baron Frazier up to the plate.
He's
been on base all three times. 2 walks and a single.
And there's strike two. Almost got a strike three call. And that one's hit in the air. Henderson getting under it, high and out, number 2. Now here comes the other Henderson. Excuse me. Yes, the other Henderson, who also plays second base for Morgan.
Cade Henderson. He has reached base every at-bat, 3 walks and a double.
One and one now. Excuse me, 2-0.
So I did confirm, according to the Baltimore Sun, that Cade Henderson is Gunnar Henderson's brother.
Well, Coach Fanning said that on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show
I do
last
remember
night.
that. I just wanted to confirm.
And that one's hit to third baseman. Judah, what a throw!
Oh!
Carter Judah. Backhand.
High fives
catch.
all around.
And a bomb of a throw. We're going to go to the top of the 7th. Georgia Alabama Sports Live coverage. The Gators are up by 9.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Leading off for the Gators.
Jackson Griggs.
Oh. Huh?
Number 1, Jackson Green.
Up the bat now. 12-3. Gators on top. And take strike one. You know, Richard, I knew someone that was nicknamed Gator. And I thought that was not the greatest thing to be called, Gator. And that one's hit straight up in the air. And Ziegler holds on to it. Route number 1, Judah up next. Judah on the day, Richard.
He is 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. As by the way, the Glenwood football team will have spring practices in their spring game in a couple of weeks. Good luck to the Glenwood Gators this fall, Coach Ryan Nelson. We were privileged to live stream Glenwood football games, including the championship.
It looks like we should have live streamed a watch party on the NFL draft as much as this.
Saw the Central head coach on ESPN from the draft.
Bo Nix just got drafted. And that one's hit to the shortstop. He makes a good play and airmails the throw. Judah will get on with a single.
Yeah, he rushed that throw. He wanted to go for the out. A little too high for Ziegler. But here comes Levi Pender. Another one of those fantastic three-sport athletes that played for Glenwood, football, basketball, and baseball. Looking for his first hit of the game.
By the way, going back to Bo Nix, Auburn fans, that's got to be a tough one to swallow. You got a first-round draft pick you ran off the final 2 years of his career. So
the Raiders just selected Brock Bowers.
And there is strike one.
That might be the shock of the night.
Levi Pender. Runner on first, 12-3. Gators on top. That one's going to be hit high. First baseman not able to get over there in time. I think he just lost his footing there. But Levi Pender, who on the day, Richard, or for tonight.
He is 0 for 3.
0 for 3, and then in that first matchup.
He is 0 for 3. So he's looking for his first hit of the series.
0 for 6.
Still strike 2.
0-2 now. And 1-2 the count now, the Pender. And that one is going to be a gapper, but able to run over there is the center fielder.
Yeah, good catch.
2 outs.
By the center fielder, Jones. By the way, a big shout out to our guy, Thrift, Joe Howard, voice of the Flint River Wildcats, as their baseball team is ranked #1 in Class A in the GIAA for the final rankings. We might end up seeing them in Macon. Big shout out to Joe Howard.
And there's ball 1, and Camden White is up to bat, the center fielder. Senior that's going to Huntington. And that one's going to be hit out of play. Top of the 7th, Gators lead this one 12-3. They won the first game 9-0. First round of the AISA playoffs. Winner takes on, and there's strike 2, takes on the winner of Macon East and Bessemer. And right now the Gators looking to host that semifinal matchup next week on Wednesday. You'll find it here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And if it is Macon East, that would be the rematch of the championship game last year. But I would not be shocked if Macon East got the road victory over Bessemer, because that's a very tough region.
And that one's going to be a chopper to the shortstop, who throws it on the run, but brings the first baseman off the bag. And White's going to get on. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for Mac Blair.
Blair is 1 for 2, single, a walk, an RBI.
High for ball 1. Make it 2-0 to Blair. Three and 0.
Yeah, it's going to be a walk for Blair. Now Eli Bankston hit by a pitch, struck out.
So bases loaded for Bankston. And Bankston hits that one straight up in the air. Shortstop's going to get it in shallow center. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. Gators 3 outs away from moving on here. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ. Discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse. Discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
All right, bottom of the seventh, Levi Pender, 3 outs away from moving on to the semifinals of the AISA playoffs.
By the way, Troup County defeated Shaw in Game 2. There will be a winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow, 6 p.m. at Shaw High School.
So, Coach Fannin, we will have an interview with him after this game, and we will also have an interview with the player of the series, the Sports Visions player of the series. And, Richard, you'll be down there for that interview for both of them. And that one is hit straight at Camden White.
He didn't have to do much.
It's literally took 2 steps.
Now batting, number 4.
By the way, congratulations to Carver Lady Tiger Jasmine Thornton, signing her letter of intent to go to Savannah State University.
Go Tigers. 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Excuse me, strike 1. And there's strike 2.
Nice pitch. By the way, Martin Wilkinson is the pinch hitter for Morgan Academy.
And he has a count 2-2 on him.
Morgan Academy out of Selma, Alabama. Probably about an hour outside of Montgomery.
And there is strike Trace. And Morgan's at their final out.
Levi Pender's dealing.
Now batting number 15, Sams.
Looks like Morgan Academy is just loading their bench. Jake Sams is the pinch hitter.
And he swings and misses at that one.
Trying to get a score update on Bessemer, Macon East to see who is going to advance.
Fouls that one. And now Morgan is at their final at bat.
Down to
I
their
mean, final
last strike.
Excuse me, not they're at the final at bat, but final strike. Oh-2 pitch from Pender. And that one bounced about 2 feet in front of the mound. Pender's laughing right now. He can't believe how bad that one was.
By the way, Lakeside is going to be taking on Pickens in 2A.
They actually played today, Richard.
Autauga, yeah, so they're getting ready to play. We don't have a score update. We're trying to get the score updates as Max Preps is not updating in the AISA website. But we'll probably have the matchups by tomorrow.
And there is strike 3. And that is your game and the series. Gators win both games by 9. McCrane gets a win. Sykes get a win. And the Gators going to move on to round 2. We're going to say right here, and I'll give you some of the stat updates while Richard is going to head down to the field and get the Sports Vision's Player of the Series. And Coach Tim Fanning interview. So while he's doing that, I'll wrap up some of the stats here. McCrane was 2 for 2 on the night, with 1 being a home run. Henderson was 3 for 3. Campbell was 2 for 2. And both those guys were at the bottom of the lineup, and they were the guys that catapulted the Gators, as it was 3-2 heading to the top of the 4th, and that's when the floodgates opened. Gators scored 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and they win this one 12-3. We're going to take a break. We're going to show you why we love Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC. When we come back, Richard Holdridge will have an interview with the player of the series and head coach Tim Fanning.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, like this powerful all-new GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Now available with up to $13,000 off. Purchase the roomy GMC Terrain SLT, discounted up to $97.50 off. And the GMC Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, discounted up to $8,000 off. Enjoy no payments till the end of summer at Glenn Smith GMC. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado LTZ, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,750 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox up to $8,500 off. No payments until the end of summer. Over 350 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way.
Get ready to smile.
We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor. Everyone, we're going to come down to the field with Richard Holdridge with winning coach and player of the series, Sportsman player of the series, Tyler Sykes. Richard.
I'm here with the winning coach. Gators. Moving on to the semifinals. Tim Fanning and the player of the game, Tyler Sykes. Coach, just a great effort against a team that they felt like they were against an elimination game for them. It was a very good game, but you broke the game open. What was going on in your mind? You had to close out this game so that way you don't play tomorrow.
Probably not going to tell you what was going through my mind, but in watching the game, we definitely got off to a slow start. You got to give that guy credit. I mean, he mixed it up early. That guy's got a pretty good pedigree. His brother plays in the big leagues. The guy that pitched him kept grinding at bats out, and the count got up.
All right, Tyler, we got to talk about that first game. 9-0. You had a 7-inning complete game shutout, 13 strikeouts. Only 2 batters got on base. And I did my best. I did not say anything, but I know that you wanted to get that no-hitter. I mean, he broke the no-hitter, but a win is a win. You just pitched fantastic. Congratulations on being Sports Vision's player of the game.
With 2 outs.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And it was close, too. That 3-2 pitch, it looked like I was getting ready to call it, that you were, but you pitched incredible, and congratulations on getting the win. What was going through your mind when you were on the mound, knowing that you did have a perfect game, and then you had the hit batsman, but you knew that the no-hitter was still intact?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's not really going through my head as I'm pitching, but I'm just trying to get outs and get us back in the dugout to hit. So, I mean, yeah, it crossed a little bit, but I wasn't really focused on that. I was just worried about getting ahead and making sure I could get out of there with as few pitches as possible.
All right, you're going to have well-deserved days rest. We'll play the winner of Bessemer Macon East. Coach, it's going to be Macon East, okay? So they did sweep Bessemer earlier today. So it is a rematch of the AISA championship game. What's the scouting report on Macon East? So how are you looking as far as how do you match up against Macon East?
They did a great job when we went over there. They beat us 2-0 and 3 hit us. So I mean, their number 1 guy, he's really good. They got 3 guys that compete on the mound, and I mean, we just got to be ready and focused to scratch and every kind of run we can get. We got to get runners on, get them in. We can't leave guys on base like we did today, and and that can come back to bite you on a team that's they got some guys that can really swing the bat.
Tyler, what does it mean to pitch in front of this crowd?
I mean, it's a blessing. I love this school and this community, and it's just awesome to come out here and perform, and most importantly, represent the G and shine my light through the game I love the most. So it's just awesome.
Absolutely. Coach, Tyler, good luck against Macon East. Semifinals, 1 more series away to going back to the state championship, but you got to get through Macon East first. Thrift, I'm going to throw it back to you. Thanks again.
Thank you, Richard. Great job to Tyler Sykes. Great job to Coach Tim Fanning. He is 1 more series away from getting back to the state championship, trying to get ring number 10 for Coach Fanning. That's what we're trying to do. We'll have that series next week right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Tomorrow, we got Calvary first round against Johnson Ferry Academy. I knew Richard was going to know it. Starting at 4:30, doubleheader. From Richard Holger, Sir Behringer, Chris Gates saying thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow for the Calvary first round here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Good job, Gators. They move on to the semifinals. Thank you for watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC. You're ready to smile.